At with News Center Nigeria. You know, as I said it, our idea in this channel is for us to add meaning and also help people discover themselves in the industry across board. We what we do largely is to discuss with the players in so many industries and as well as look at current news and current issues in the country. Beyond news, we also do anything into entertainment, life, relationship. However, today we have an interesting topic, a topic where we want to explore what is happening in the music industry, the challenges, and we have somebody who has spent over 15 years in the industry. I believe this is someone who was able to carve a niche for himself in the industry. So this is exactly what we are going to discuss. We are going to discuss so many things, including the crisis between the artists and the record labels, why they used to fall into this kind of crisis, where the artists and record labels will be having issues. We're also going to look at issues pertaining starting a business. There are so many careers. So many people think that you must sing before you be in music industry. No, I believe that there's a lot of things. Even event planners. I believe there's a lot of things. Even event planners are also part of the music community. Meanwhile, we have someone. I call him. I think we know him as Jakabit. Jakabit is a Kadifana. We are number
Yeah.
one of Africa.
Is it?
So almost so many titles. But before we before I will allow him to introduce himself, tell us his real name and his stage name and what he does in the music industry. Jakabit, over to you.
Yeah. I thank you, New Central, opportunity you guys are giving me to be on this platform to share my little knowledge about the music and the journey. I'm so excited, and I appreciate the fact that you guys are doing great. And sometime in the years to come, I know this particular content is going to. So this if this information is going to help a lot of people get through into this music career of 18. Okay, so without wasting more time, I will just many of us might know me as Jakabit, some might know me as Blessed Finger, some might know other names. A lot of Africa, finger. Some call me Jack, some call me different names. But today I want to first of all introduce my real name. My real name is Jackson Chinedu Ogala. I'm originally from Abia State. I grew up in Enugu. I studied soil science. I'm a soil scientist, in Abia State University. I started this journey far long, even before I entered school. Though I entered school at 2008, I graduated 2013, then I served at Jigawa 2016. So, but in creative industry, most times, once you have the passion for this, you keep striking and striking and striking. I come from a family of three. I'm the second son, and I think a lot of people. Let me just be direct. Okay, I know you guys will be like Jakabit. What actual Jakabit? What does Jakabit means? But let me just return back to the past where I started, where at times I keep programming my beats in the power of my dad, and sometimes people will start calling me Aka beat. You know what I mean? In Igbo dialect, it means hand of beat. The person that uses hand to nag beat, all those stuff like that. So I was like, no, I don't want to answer that name. So before you know the name start going viral in the street, that ghetto street whereby a lot of people were like, Akabit. So some people even have to customize that name to Akabins. you know what I, you know, you know, You know that name where not just Akabit, they were like Aka beans. I was
That
like
one I'm mockery.
beans. Now mockery, I'm telling you. So I know you know that time whereby you be telling someone, please, I don't want that name. I don't like that.
They'll be forcing you.
So what I have to do actually was to customize the Akabit and used the Jackson. No, the Jackson, they just started the Jackson. So I now placed the Jackson in front of the Akabit. And that's how I was able to come with Jakabit.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Origin, that is the main origin of Jakabit. That is Jackson Aka beat. You understand? So as time goes on, a lot of I've been seeing some improvement in my craft, and at some point in time, I started branding my craft, my brand, and all of that, until I arrived to a slogan that introduced me. Most of the jobs you might hear, you will not be hearing Jakabit production. Is rare. Why? Is because any song you might see Jakabit production recently, it might be a song that I have a split sheet with, or probably my personal artist or something like that. So Jakabit was Jakabit production is just a branded name for my own company. So, but Blessed Finger is a slogan that introduced. Once you hear Blessed Finger, actually you're now hearing, this is Jakabit, oh na Jakabit banger, na Jakabit beat. Also the beats I produced this time around, you be hearing. You can call me Blessed Finger, you can call me Jakabit, you can call me Oti One of Africa. That's the aspect. So that's for the name aspect. That's for the name aspect. For opportunity. So for the fact that I have a knowledge about playing keyboards and drums and all of that, it gives me a edge to this music industry. So you understand?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with
So
you.
yeah, yeah. So before the end of this program, you guys are going to learn one or two things from what I'm going to share. Because one thing is that once you are informed, you can never be deformed. Okay, so the little I know, I'm going to share, and I believe that you're going to get impact from this. Okay, so that is for the little thing about me. Okay, and I
Okay.
appreciate the fact that I'm sharing it. So
Okay.
it's okay.
That's interesting. Can you tell us other motivating factors? What really motivated you into venturing into music?
Honestly, that question is so deep. Okay, let me tell you. The first, my church, the church I grew up from is Grace of God. You know, where I grew up with Wiz Boy, where I grew up with Spice. That is the guy that plays keyboard for Flavor. Then Chibike Wanebo. I shout out to him because he's my mentor. Then he lectured me a lot, and I shout out to him. I know maybe one of these days he's going to watch this video, so I shout out to him. So then we have Flavor then that normally comes to our church. Back then, Grace of God, we have a lot of talent. Some people come to play keyboards and all that. Then Wiz Boy, who used to play keyboard. In fact, he's the major choir director back then. So so we have another branch in part of the Enugu. I don't know if you might know that place. So that branch we had, they are still constructing the building. So our by, and that house that was close by, that we are packing the musical instrument in our house, the keyboard and some other things. So before I don't actually, I just like being hearing someone playing the keyboard and all of that. So at some point in time, when they pack the keyboard after the Sunday service, what I normally do is that I bring out the keyboard, I plug it, and I start playing the melody, the tunes that always come my ear, it's so pleasant to me. And I was like, I have interest in this. I have passion for this, you know. So on a point, the residing pastor of that church now gave opportunity for people that want to learn to come out, that so persons is going to come to train and all of that. So I was part of it. In fact, a lot of people came in, but at the end of the day, I was the one person that took interest, and I keep learning despite the difficulties and the challenges that came around. And I was realizing it's not easy. So I got my keyboard. The first keyboard I got was then, and I think that was 2003. I think yes, 2003 stroke 2005. Then small keyboard like that, this normal media keyboard. Then I was using it to practice. So the passion, this music craft, is not just because I love the sound. No, it's not just about that. It's the fact that anytime I'm sad, anytime I feel bored, or I feel like I'm not in a good mood, once I turn on my keyboard and I hold some strings or some chords, I start singing. And from that singing, I start feeling fine. Before you know what's going to, another spirit of the music enters in me, and immediately I get healed of any stuff or anything that might cause me that anger. So I began to see, wow. So does it really mean that music heals souls? So if music people's mood, because I know what I feel, other people might feel it. So I was like, okay, let me use this avenue to heal people's souls through my keyboard, through my music. And that is why I keep the passion going and going and going until I'm here. So that's it.
That's an interesting aspect of it. It really music hears. In fact, you don't need to be told that. We don't need to be told.
Mm-hmm.
Music is like a kind of tablet to you, a kind of what will
Yeah,
I say, a drug to you, medication to you.
yeah,
So it heals.
yeah.
Then let me ask this question. You largely your major business in the music industry is sound engineering. That is
Okay.
beat production.
Yeah.
Can you tell us someone who may have interest in starting sound engineering or beat production? Can you tell us what he should expect or your best advice for him?
Actually, see, let me tell you, there's no point in wasting time if you don't have passion. Don't waste your money, don't waste your energy, because you no go get am. If your head no dey am, if your head no dey and your head no dey am, you better leave am waka. Because I have trained a lot of people, even I have channels where I train people, music production guide, so a lot of people have come from different places, chat me for lectures, and at the end of the day, when you enter into lecture with someone, the person might be serious at that first month, at that second month, third month, e be like giving excuses. My mama, my papa, my brother, my sister. At the end of the day, I was like, You can't even give me a tangible reason why you giving these excuses. Now, let me tell you something. When I started, then back then in my father's parlor, there is this plastic chair, this plastic chair. The time that my people always sleep is when I'm waking up, and the time they are waking up, that's the time I'm sleeping. Do you know the reason? It's because at the middle of the night, I sat in that white chair with my boxers. I start creating beats from the hour of 9 o'clock to the hour of 6 o'clock, 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. I did it consistently for more than 6 months, you know. And at some point in time, my dad were like, "I'll take you to somewhere. I'll take you to somewhere." I was like, "Where?" On a fateful day, he took me to one of the old friend that been in music industry that train both Celeb Bobo, both Boy, a lot of sound.
Wow.
So he became my mentor. The man became my mentor, and I started.
As-
Okay, so
you can continue. Network have been trying to do magic, but you can continue.
I'm
I believe
okay.
our
Sorry for
viewers will
that.
understand.
So yeah. So if I never have the passion for this music industry or for what I'm doing, I would have been living my night. I supposed to be sleeping, waking up, and I'm doing producing music and producing noise. I was actually producing noise because it wasn't making sense. It wasn't making sense. But I keep making that noise. People we are sleeping and I'm making noise. Every night I'm making noise. And the time they are waking up, I'm sleeping. So that scenario whereby all those stuffs like. So now the main thing there is that if actually you want to be involved in this craft and you have not made a determination, you cannot make sacrifices. You cannot deny yourself your sleep. I said your sleep. You must have to deny yourself sleep, sleepless nights. Then you're not ready for this. And trust me, you're not ready for this. Because when you deny yourself sleep, that's when you can sacrifice your resources. Because at the end of the day, I'll still come to that. Because it's not just denying yourself sleep, but you have to make some sacrifices. It might be your time, it might be your resources, your financials, and all of that. But you must have to put up sacrifices because good things never come easily. You must have to sow something, you must have to do some things. So these are the things. So I believe that any person that want to be into this field or that have passion for this must have to keep the light going, keep the light going even when every road seems to be closed or whatever. Make sure you keep the light going. Fire, 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 consistent all the day. Keep it on. And I tell you, when you go knack that beat wey go you no go know sef.
That's a good
So
one.
na thing.
That's a good one. I think what you just said is um, if you want to get into the industry, you must be prepared. 100%.
Yes,
There's no room for excuses.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Then I want to ask this question. For 15 years, we have been in the music industry, and we maybe let me use something like the a movie, our home movie. So people may not agree in this narrative, but if you remember home movies in the 80s, or let's say 10, 20 years ago, it's not the same home movies now. They may
Mm-hmm.
either growing in retrogression, maybe backward, or they are improving. Good. It depends on the eyes, the lens you have, or how you are trying to measure it. And also, you see a kind of skit makers trying to topple, and you find that people on daily basis than the movies. So you hardly find good movies like on daily basis compared to the skits we consume on daily basis. I don't know if you want to if you are getting my narrative. Then the question I want to ask: can you share with us over time how the development of Nigerian music industry? Let me repeat the question. Can you share with us the development or how the music industry evolved over time, maybe from the analog time now to where we are?
Okay, if I should understand, right?
No, no, sorry, I didn't
Like
get
you
you.
want me
Can
to
you?
explain,
Hello? The network has been disturbing, but sorry, network. Yeah, I can hear you now. What we actually want from
okay,
you is to tell us
okay,
what is new, latest in the music industry compared to, you can also tell us what it used to be like 15 years ago and how it has developed to the stage it is now and what is new.
okay, okay. I used to have this client of mine, that reside in America, and I produced for him. So he came back. He was like, "There's a demo song that he did back then, like about 15, 20, no, let's say it's more than 20 years ago." So he was like, he's bringing that cassette, that old cassette. He was like, there's a song that is there that you want me to remake into the new version. I was like, okay, okay. So he brought the cassette. We cannot even find where
Where
to
to
play
read?
that cassette. To get, like, to extract that particular sound was a difficult task. So we have to get more technology or take more ideas on getting that song from that cassette into the system and start doing one or two things. But at the end of the day, we succeeded, doing using some plugins that. He was like, but the old times, you guys have stress. This time, music is not stress. Do you know why? Because we have improved technologies, we have improved advanced plugins, advanced
Software.
softwares. Yes, and this makes it more easier. That reasons why, if you check most of these top producers, top artists, you see them recording in hotel rooms. You be like, why is it that they are not? There's no a booth, like a section whereby a microphone booth. What they're supposed to be the microphone booth. They're supposed to be like using all those old technology
Be
mentality and all of
soundproof
that.
and
The
everything.
soundproof and all of. Thank you. So you be like, why are not they doing that? At the end of the day, you see the song becoming a hit song. Then those people that want to maintain the old sector of soundproofing, recording this, the song not go be hit. E be like, what is the problem? It's not about the soundproof. It's not the soundproof is not what does the magic. Yes, it has a contribution in your recording and all of that, but it's not the criteria. I used to tell people, forget about the packaging, forget about this studio is too pushed, is still that. What is the main jerk is the person sitting in front of that computer. and what he uses to work. That is the main jack. What actually is the gadget the guy using? What actually is the tools is he has or she has in the computer? And what knowledge does he has to manipulate that which he has? Because it comes in two ways. Sometimes someone might have a lot of gadgets
Everything.
littered in the studio, but he might not have the knowledge to use them. He might not know how to manipulate them. So but someone might have a little, but will have a large and wide knowledge to use them and come out with good. And this time around, someone will not tell you which the digital audio workstation you use, which software you use to produce this song. Nobody asks you that. What they want to know is that who produced that song, who sang that song. That's the main question. So the end product is your ability for you to achieve a good production that will be forever. Not just a production that will be like it goes out in the next 10 years, one day play. So the main thing there is that in the old time, a lot of people don't actually believe in a lot of people don't actually believe what's it called in they believe in doing demo before you
Okay.
record the main song. You have to
Must have demo.
before you record the main song, you have to call the instrumentalists, the keyboard, the drummers, and all of that. They rehearse the song. There will be a songwriter, there will be a song director, there will be a producer, the engineer, the main engineer. And when they combine the first rehearsal, the second rehearsal, then the third rehearsal, they will now come to a conclusion that this is a demo. Remember, a demo is not the main master song.
Master
Then a
song,
demo
yeah.
is something that, yes, a demo is something that once they produce it, they will not send it to one of two marketers or that might pick interest. Or when they listen and say, okay, this is okay, they might go back to do the
They will not
main
invest.
production. They now invest in it. Okay, but this time around, is totally different. I might just knock my beat a little bit. I might just do like small thing like this in my beat, and I might send it across to an artist, probably in Lagos or maybe in US or different part of the world, and the person will like, wow, I like it. Do you know that I can be recording that artist while I'm in Nigeria? I might be in a session with the artist. The artist will be recording, and I'll be directing. I'm here, and once the record finish, I'm working just like I'm working with the artist, close range, but we're in different location. You understand now? So it makes it easy for a lot of artists to have a collaboration with so many artists in the world without wasting more all those energies, all those time investment, and all of that. This time around,